Peace and grace to you, beloved child of God. Hear me clearly. God is moving right now. Not next week, not next year, not when everything looks perfect, but right now, in the middle of what feels uncertain. Some of you watching this can feel it. You don't have the words for it yet, but something deep in your spirit knows change is here. The shaking, the silence, the waiting, it wasn't for nothing. God was preparing the ground for breakthrough. This message isn't random. You didn't just click a video. You were led here because God wanted to remind you He hasn't forgotten the prayers you whispered when no one else heard you. You've cried, you've doubted, you've tried to stay strong while feeling weak inside. And yet, here you are, still breathing, still believing. That's proof enough that God is working. Isaiah 43:19 says, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" That word, now, means exactly what it says. It's not in the future. It's happening in this very moment. The breakthrough has already begun. And by the time you finish this video, you'll understand why things had to happen the way they did. You'll see that what felt like loss was really alignment, that what broke you was actually building you. So stay with me to the end, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you, step by step, how to recognize when God is moving, how to position yourself for breakthrough, and how to protect your peace while it unfolds. If you're serious about healing, growth, and walking in divine purpose, subscribe right now to Daily Motivation Prayers. This channel isn't just content, it's a calling. And if you stay connected, I promise you'll start seeing God's movement not just around you, but through you. Let's begin. God is moving. Number 1. The shift starts inside you. Change doesn't always announce itself with noise. Sometimes it starts quietly. A restlessness, a thought you can't shake, a feeling that where you are isn't where you're meant to stay. That's not chaos. That's the beginning of growth. Every breakthrough starts within, long before anything moves on the outside. This is where inner strength is built, in the tension between who you've been and who you're becoming. It's uncomfortable because your old habits can't survive where you're going. The same patterns, the same people, the same ways of thinking. They don't fit the new version of you, and that tension you feel isn't a sign you're breaking down. It's proof that you're breaking through. Resilience doesn't mean pretending everything is fine. It means standing in truth, knowing that even when things don't look certain, you have the power to adapt. You've already survived things that once felt impossible. You've faced endings, heartbreaks, disappointments, and somehow you're still here. That's not luck. That's strength. That's the quiet power that builds. In you, when you refuse to give up, the biggest mistake people make during change is waiting for the world around them to shift first. They say, "I'll move when things get better," but things don't get better until you decide to move. You change your mindset, your focus, your habits, and the rest begins to follow. That's how you regain your power. That's how you become unstoppable. Hope isn't just wishful thinking, it's direction. It's the inner belief that what's ahead is worth showing up for. Even when you don't have the full picture yet, hope keeps your hands steady when everything else feels unstable. It keeps your heart open when it would be easier to shut down. Right now, you may feel like everything's falling apart, but that might be exactly what needs to happen. Things have to break so the truth can come through. You can't hold on to what's comfortable and expect transformation at the same time. Every ending is an opening in disguise, an invitation to rebuild. Stronger, clearer, freer. So breathe. Remind yourself that change is not your enemy. It's your guide. You're not losing control. You're learning to trust yourself again. You're remembering what it feels like to choose your future instead of fear. The shift has already started. It's not waiting for permission, and it's starting inside you. Number 2, protect your peace. While everything shifts, when life starts to change, noise follows. Everyone has an opinion, a warning, a story about how it didn't work for them. But this is your path, not theirs. If you try to move forward while carrying every voice around you, you'll lose sight of your own. Protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's survival. When you're in a season of rebuilding, your energy is everything. You can't plant new seeds in a storm of distraction, so learn to pause before you react. You don't need to explain your process or defend your boundaries. Peace doesn't need permission. It's easy to underestimate how much noise drains you. A single negative conversation can steal hours of focus. A scroll through social media can, or convince you that you're behind, even when you're exactly where you need to be. Protecting your peace means knowing what deserves your attention and what doesn't. You don't owe every situation your energy. Sometimes silence is the strongest statement you can make. Here's the truth. Not everyone will understand your calm. Some will mistake your quiet for weakness. Let them. You don't need to convince anyone that you're growing. Peace speaks louder than defense ever could. When you choose stillness, you choose clarity, and clarity will always attract what chaos can't. There will be moments when walking away feels like loss. You'll question if you're missing out or falling behind, but real peace often looks like distance. From drama, from noise, from the pressure to perform. It's the space where you finally start hearing your own thoughts again. It's where you reconnect with what matters. Resilience is not just about pushing through. It's about protecting your focus while you do. It's about choosing environments that feed your growth, not starve it. If something constantly leaves you drained, confused, or anxious, that's not peace. That's resistance disguised as routine. You don't need to fight it. Just stop feeding it. Peace is power because it keeps you centered. When you're calm, you see the bigger picture, you make better choices, you recover faster, you start responding instead of reacting, and when you protect your peace, you stop chasing validation, you start building direction. So as everything shifts around you, don't rush to fix what's breaking. Focus on staying grounded in who you're becoming. You don't need to prove your progress to anyone. Your peace is proof enough that growth is happening, and when you hold on to that, no storm can shake you out of position. Number 3, keep moving when it gets hard. There comes a point when everything in you wants to stop. When progress feels invisible and every step forward feels heavier than the last, that's the moment that defines you, not when it's easy, not when you're winning, but when you choose to keep going, even when nothing makes sense. Breakthrough doesn't happen in comfort, it happens in the stretch. In the days when you wake up tired, but still decide to show up. In the moments when doubt whispers louder than hope, and you answer back with action. You may not see the results yet, but that doesn't mean the work isn't working. Growth is happening underneath the surface, long before it shows on the outside. Resilience isn't loud, it's quiet. Persistence. It's saying, I'll try again, when the last try didn't work. It's standing up one more time than you fall. It's trusting that consistency will do what confidence can't yet. Every small move counts even when no one's watching. There's a point where pain turns into power, where what once broke you becomes the very thing that builds you. That's the hidden reward of struggle. It refines you. It strips away what's weak, so what's real can rise. You start realizing you don't need everything to be perfect to make progress. You just need to stay in motion. Some people wait for motivation to strike before they move. But the truth is, movement creates motivation. Action fuels belief. You don't wait for clarity to take the next step. You find clarity in motion. You don't wait to feel ready. You become ready by doing. Momentum is built in the moments you almost quit, but didn't. So when it gets hard, breathe. Remind yourself why you started. You've made it through worse before. You've turned pain into lessons and lessons into wisdom. You've rebuilt from things that once felt impossible. You already carry proof that you can rise again. Keep going, even when it's messy. Keep going, even when no one understands. Keep going, because you promised yourself you would. Every step forward, no matter how small, is rewriting your story. You're not stuck. you're strengthening, and the strength you're building now is what will carry you through everything that comes next. Number 4, let go to grow. You can't move forward while holding on to what's already ended, but letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's the moment you stop trying to control what's gone and start trusting what's next. Some things fall apart, not to punish you, but to free you. And the longer you cling to what's familiar, the longer you delay your breakthrough. Growth asks for space. You can't receive new blessings with your hands full of old pain. You can't walk into your next chapter carrying the weight of what was. Release doesn't mean forgetting, it means forgiving. It means accepting that what didn't work out was never meant to hold you forever. It means choosing peace over proof and faith over. Fear letting go is one of the hardest forms of strength. It's saying, I may not understand it yet, but I trust that this ending has purpose. It's the quiet decision to stop chasing closure from people or situations that can't give it. It's the courage to walk away from what no longer grows you. Because the truth is, if it costs you your peace, it's too expensive to keep. You're not meant to carry everyone into your future. Some people were only meant to teach you how to stand on your own, and that's okay. Every version of you won't fit every season of your life. The stronger you become, the lighter you'll travel, because peace travels best with less. There's freedom waiting on the other side of surrender. When you stop fighting for what's fading, you make room for what's meant for you. You'll start seeing opportunities appear where confusion once lived. You'll feel lighter, clearer, more grounded. That's what happens when your energy comes back home to you. So release what you can't control. Stop replaying what you can't rewrite. You don't need to chase closure to create peace. You just need to choose yourself again. Every time you let go of what's breaking you, you make space for what can build you. And that's how you grow. Lighter, freer, stronger, and finally aligned with where you're meant to be. And number 5, stand tall in the storm. There will be seasons when everything around you shakes, when the plans you made crumble, and the path you thought was clear suddenly disappears. In those moments, you'll be tempted to shrink, to hide, to wait, for things to calm down before you move again. But storms aren't always signs to stop. Sometimes they're invitations to rise. Strength isn't built in the sunshine. It's forged in the wind and the rain. It's born in the moments you stand firm when everything else feels uncertain. You don't find out who you are when life is easy. You find out when the ground moves and you refuse to fall with it. Standing tall doesn't mean pretending you're not afraid. It means choosing courage. Even when fear is loud, it means saying, I may not know how this ends, but I'm not backing down. Every time you face what scares you, your power expands. Every time you choose presence over panic, you reclaim control. The storm is temporary, but what it builds in you lasts. Endurance, focus, perspective, faith, all of it grows stronger in adversity. You learn how to breathe through the chaos. You learn that calm is a skill, not a mood. And once you master it, the world can shake, and you'll still stay rooted. People will wonder how you keep going when everything seems against you. They won't understand that your strength doesn't come from circumstance. It comes from choice. You decided a long time ago that quitting isn't an option. That faith isn't a feeling, it's a stance. And that peace isn't something you wait for, it's something you build within. So stand tall even when the storm rages. Stand tall when doubt creeps in and fear tells you it's over. You've faced storms before and every single one passed. This one will too. But when it does, you'll still be standing. Stronger, clearer, more unshakable than before. Because resilience isn't about avoiding the storm. It's about learning to dance in the rain without losing your balance. It's remembering that no matter how hard it hits you, still have the power to rise. And as long as you stand tall, nothing can truly break you. Number 6, trust the process. Progress rarely looks like progress while you're in it. Some days it feels like you're moving backward. Some days it feels like nothing's changing at all. But growth doesn't always announce itself with clear signs. It builds quietly beneath the surface. You're evolving in ways you can't yet see. Trusting the process means believing that your effort still matters, even when the results haven't arrived. It's choosing to keep showing up when the reward isn't immediate. It's knowing that consistency compounds, that every step, no matter how small, is shaping something bigger than you realize. Seeds don't sprout the day they're planted, but the roots are growing strong even in the silence. There will be moments when impatience kicks in, when you question whether you're doing enough or if you missed your chance. That's when faith becomes your anchor. Faith that the work you're doing is preparing you for what you asked. For faith that timing is aligning even if it doesn't match your plan. Faith that what's meant for you is already finding its way to you. The process isn't always pretty. Sometimes it feels like confusion. Sometimes it feels like loss. But every delay has direction. Every detour carries a lesson. Every setback is building a version of you that can handle the success you've been praying for, trusting. The process doesn't mean standing still. It means moving with intention instead of desperation. It means doing what you can today without forcing tomorrow. It's patience with action, grace with discipline. It's understanding that you don't have to have all the answers to keep walking. So breathe. You're not behind. You're being built. The work is working even when you can't see it yet. Stay steady, stay grounded, stay faithful. Because one day you'll look back and realize every unanswered question, every delay, every moment of doubt was part of the plan that carried you exactly where you were meant to be. Number 7, choose faith over fear. Fear will always try to speak first. It shows up loud when you're on the edge of change, whispering every reason to turn back. It tells you you're not ready, not qualified, not enough. But fear isn't a sign to stop. It's a sign that something powerful is waiting on the other side. Faith doesn't silence fear. It just refuses to let it lead. Faith says, I don't need the full picture to take the next step. I don't need certainty to move. I just need trust, because the truth is, you can't build something new from a mindset that's stuck in survival. You have to believe in possibilities before you can live them. Choosing faith means betting on yourself, even when the odds look impossible. It means showing up for the vision that only you can see. It's what turns pressure into purpose. It's what transforms hesitation into momentum. Faith is not blind. It's bold. It's knowing that you've made it through things that once terrified you and you can do it again. Fear wants to shrink your world until it feels safe. Faith expands it until it feels true. One keeps you stuck in what you know. The other opens doors to what you're meant for. Every time you choose faith, you take back territory from doubt. You reclaim your power, your peace, your direction. You'll never feel completely ready. You're not supposed to. Growth requires risk. It asks you to move before the fear quiets down. So do it scared if you have to. Start messy. Take the step that makes your heart race. That's the one that matters most, because faith doesn't wait for the right moment. It creates it. It builds bridges where fear sees walls. It reminds you that uncertainty isn't danger. It's possibility. And every time you choose faith over fear, you rewrite your story from limitation to liberation. So when fear shows up, smile. It means you're close. It means you're stepping into something bigger than before. Keep moving. With faith in your chest and fire in your soul, you're not falling. You're flying into what's next. If you've made it this far, you already know this isn't just a message. It's a mirror. Everything you've been feeling lately, the pressure, the pull, the discomfort, it's not random. It's your soul signaling that you're ready for more. You're not falling apart. You're evolving. Every storm you've walked through, every silence you've survived, every ending you've endured, They've all been shaping you for this moment. You've been building strength in ways you didn't even recognize. You've been learning how to stand taller, move wiser, love deeper, and trust yourself again. You've been doing the work even when no one saw you doing it. That's resilience, that's growth, that's transformation in motion. The shift doesn't happen overnight. It happens one decision at a time, one choice to show up instead of shut down, one step forward when everything in you wants to stop, one breath that says, I'm not done yet. That's how you rise, that's how you rebuild, that's how you become who you were always meant to be, because change isn't something that happens to you. It's something that happens through you. You are the shift. You are the power. You are the proof that healing and progress can coexist, that strength and softness can live in the same heart, that broken things can still become beautiful beginnings. This season you're in, it's not punishment, it's preparation. It's stripping away what no longer fits so you can finally grow into what's meant for you. It's teaching you to stop chasing what's familiar and start trusting what's real, to stop needing validation and start living in alignment, to stop waiting for the world to believe in you and start believing in yourself. And as you step into this next chapter, remember, this peace is your foundation. Faith is your fuel, resilience is your rhythm, and purpose is your direction. You don't need permission to start again. You don't need certainty to keep going. You just need to trust that what's calling you forward is worth answering. So if you're watching this and something inside you feels ready, even if it's quiet, don't ignore it. That feeling is your future trying to get your attention. You've spent enough time doubting yourself. Enough time shrinking to fit where you no longer belong. It's time to rise. It's time to trust yourself again. It's time to move like you already are who you're becoming. This isn't the end of the story. It's the moment you take the pen back, the moment you stop surviving and start creating, the moment you stop waiting for signs and realize you are the sign. If these words spoke to you, if they reminded you of your own strength, your own fire, your own potential, then don't walk away quietly. Join the movement. Subscribe to Daily Motivation Prayers. Stay connected, because this is just the beginning. There's a whole community out here learning to rise from the same kind of chaos you're rising from. A space built for people who refuse to give up, people who are turning pain into power and fear into focus. You belong here, so hit that subscribe button to Daily Motivation Prayers, leave a comment, share your story, because someone out there needs to know they're not alone in their breakthrough. And maybe, just maybe, your voice will be the reminder they needed to keep going. The shift has started. It's alive in you. Now it's time to live it out loud. Amen.